Welcome back to the Cycle Frontier. I'm a little frustrated because I wanted to show you all what it's like to get killed by another human, and I have so far absolutely failed to even encounter another human, much less get murdered by one. And so I'm going to keep trying. I mean, I'm sure eventually somebody's got to murder me, right? Like, I can't just go forever without getting murdered. So let's drop onto the planet. Keep our eyes out for other people. It could just be because I'm playing in the middle of the day, and usually I play this game in the evening. It could be that there just are not a lot of other players playing right now, and so I just have fewer opportunities to encounter other people. Genuinely not sure if that might or might not be the case. Let's see where we are in the world right now. So we're really close to the woodcutter camp. That's where we were last time. Our goals right now are to kill creatures at the woodcutter camp, right there, and also kill creatures on the science campus. So and pick up circuit boards and optic glass. Those are harder to find. So yeah, let's see if we can kill one creature at a woodcutter camp, get that done, and then head down to the science campus. The whole time keeping our ears out for other human beings so that we can get killed by them. Goonbuggy says he's downloading this game just so that he can kill me. I would appreciate that. Unfortunately, there's no way to determine who you're competing against in this game. You can determine who your allies are. You can't determine who your enemies are. Okay, by the way, I keep forgetting of this. When you pick something up off the ground, that interrupts your reload. I've gotten used to a lot of games where just picking something up is just this thing you do telekinetically. And so I forget that it actually uses your hand in this game, which means if you were mid-reload, the reload gets canceled. Okay, so I just made a bunch of noise here. If there was a human nearby, it would probably see me. Oh, crap. Oh, he's got the little friends. Little friends. Yeah. These guys' tactics are, I get distracted by the big guy, and then the little guys gank me when I run out of ammo. Luckily, it didn't happen this time. Okay, let's go up in here because... Oh, it requires a key. Tall house key. Was this always the case? Does this place always need a key? Or does it sometimes need a key depending on the spawn? Huh, I wonder where I would get the key for this. And I wonder if it's consistent. Like, is the key always in a certain place, and once you know the level really well, you know where to get the key? Or is it random? I genuinely have no idea. So I remember picking up these containers last time. And I think they even had some of the same stuff in them. Okay, so I'm just going to run around noisily and figure that it's actually just fine if I get killed. Yeah, let's keep some of these, because I don't know, why not? Hey, everybody, I'm here. Listen to my footfalls. Oh, look, here's another monster to fight. I should probably not be using all of my most expensive ammo. Fighting these little garbage guys. Ooh, this guy dropped extra bits of himself. That's great. Oh, wait. Ooh. Let's do some mining. Mine. All this stuff is mine in the mine. So that, right there, that's my melee attack. Don't know how good it is. Maybe I don't want to mess with it and find out. Okay, 2 guys. Okay. I mostly just did that so I could find out how the melee worked. That's how it works. Not very well. So let's heal up a little bit. It occurs to me I did not bring as many of these as I could have. But, by the way, I really like the control scheme. That basically, you've got your guns, which are on the number keys. Ooh, Titan ore. I don't find a lot of that. There's a bunch of it under a waterfall in the waterfall area with little horse icons pointed towards it, which is nice. Wait a minute. Does this thing need to be reloaded? Oh, it does. But yeah, I like the control scheme. So basically, you use the number keys to switch to your primary weapons, which is pretty common on PC. You can also use the mouse wheel to switch between the two weapons. You can only carry 2 weapons. And then the Q button is your mining equipment. Like your tool, or basically it's your tools. The Q button is your reusable tools. And the E button is your consumables. And so you can either, as you can see down below my right hand, I can just tap Q or E to just grab the last one I grabbed. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, person. Okay. If I'm going to encounter a person, I need to be at full health. But now I'm out of healing consumables, so... Okay, these guys have noticed him, I think. He's this direction, I think. Going by the stereo sound. If he sees me, he will immediately shoot at me and probably be better than me at shooting. But I don't know... Okay, there's a bunch of creatures here that he didn't murder. Oh, wait. Oh. Crap. Aliens. I can't fight a human and an alien at the same time. Crap. Sure he knows where I am now. Okay, there's another door up here. He's saying, hey, don't shoot. He's spamming vocalizations at me. I'm absolutely going to shoot you. Because I think you're going to shoot me the moment you can. He's making a bunch of noise. Okay, if he encounters that guy... I think he might have run past. Okay, I think I've lost him, but I think he might have run past me in the direction I came from. I'm not sure, though. Oh, there's multiple creatures coming after me. Haha. So I genuinely don't know where he went. It sounded like he was running past. It sounded like he might have gone this way. And if I wounded him, and if he's low on health, like consumables, then I might be able to kill him. But there's a good chance... You know what? There's also a good chance I'll never find him now. I am never going to find him. Nope, nope. There he is. Oh, crap. Jumped off a cliff. He's up there somewhere. I didn't actually... Oh, I don't remember clearly where he was. He's up that direction, though. Oh, there he is. Again, so I'm out of health consumables. I don't know if he is. Oh, he just threw a grenade at me. What is that noise? Again, expectation is he will still kill me. Oh, crap. Crap. Oh! Oh, okay. Well, let's see how we did. Again, this is what I came here to do. Not upset. Okay, so this is what they do. They show me... Okay, so he had actually a fancy submachine gun and an auto rifle. He had better armor than me. So he was better equipped than I was. So I lost all this stuff except for the stuff that I put here in my safe pockets. I got my insurance payout because I lost all of my gear that I had insured. And I completed this mission, so that's good. Didn't complete anything else. And then here we go, look. So I dealt damage, 32 damage to him, 91 damage to him. He did 12 damage to me and then 78 damage. So I actually did more damage to him over the course of that fight. But he had better armor than me. So he absorbed more damage. And then he ended up doing enough damage to me to kill me. And also, I jumped off a cliff. Like, okay, so if I had not jumped off that stupid cliff when I first saw him and I panicked, I would have had enough health. I probably would have killed him in that final encounter as we were shooting at each other, and I'm the one who died. So really, this is my fault, but it's my fault because not because I was worse at fighting him, but because I jumped off a stupid cliff. So, cool. What I should have done was thrown my smoke grenade to obscure my motion, and then more carefully descended. That would have been a better move. All right. But, you know what? I got prizes for killing creatures. That's nice. And we accomplished what we came here to accomplish, which was you seeing me get killed by another human. I'm actually really kind of proud of myself that I set up this episode. Like, my whole purpose was to get killed by another human, and it totally happened. I feel like a success, even though I lost a bunch of resources. So... well, one thing you're going to get to see now is me having to fully re-equip myself because I lost all of my gear. So luckily, I've been piling up some gear. So I've got fancier backpacks. I've got fancier armor, a bunch of fancier armor. I've got fancier helmets. But because I'm so loss averse and because I'm still very, like, I'm not confident in my ability to even, like you saw, half the reason I died is because I jumped off a cliff. And so I'm not good enough at this game. And also, I charged after a guy who had the high ground, stuff like that. I'm not doing that great at this game. So I don't want to equip myself with fancy items that I'm just going to lose because I suck. And so I grab the small backpack, I grab the lightest armor, I grab the lightest helmet. But here's the problem. This is a self-fulfilling prophecy. I expect myself to suck. And actually, oh yeah, I should move over here. That's the stuff that I equipped just now. I expect myself to suck. And so I equip the crappiest equipment because I expect myself to lose it. But because I have the crappiest equipment, that also suggests that it's going to lead me to suck. Like this, you know, the scrapper here is better than a typical submachine gun. This is what he had. I could bring this, but I don't trust myself with that. So I want to bring crappier weapons with me. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to bring a shotgun with me. Actually, can this be my sidearm? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot there aren't explicit sidearms and non-sidearms. There's just, you can just bring two different kinds of guns with you. So I think I'm going to bring a shotgun and a bolt-action rifle, just because I've never used one before. The shotgun has more expensive ammo, but I've got a bunch of it. Actually, both of the ammos for these guns is expensive. I'm going to bring smaller amounts of it because I don't even know if I'll be any good with them. Let's also grab some health consumables. I'm not going to bring the dumb smoke grenade because I never use it anyway. So yeah, now I'm re-equipped. I should also go and check. I completed a job, didn't I? Yeah, civic duty. So let's go over here and complete this. But, so, one thing that was nice about that encounter was I had it...
Good to see you, Prospector.
I had it right after I had completed a mission that didn't require me to turn anything in. Or like I already had the tree bark in my inventory. I didn't need the tree bark. I just hunted creatures. So the main thing I was there to do, I had already accomplished, and I didn't lose it by getting killed. So that was actually the perfect occasion for me to encounter another person.
Nice.
So we're going to claim that reward.
And come back soon.
And, oh, we completed that entire round of missions. So that's nice. And I've leveled up the ICA to level 3, which I think means that unlocks jobs. Yep, so we've got jobs available. I don't know how jobs and missions are different. So I've got, I think that, yeah, the campaign, I guess, is these missions. So I'll accept this. Each mission has got a series of... Oh, that's right. Each mission has a series of steps to it. And so I have to do a series of steps in order to get the final reward, which is... Okay, this is a weird thing. So if I complete a job, I'll get a bunch of currency for it. That's fine. If I complete a campaign mission, I'll get specific items. But this item, this is like a cheap consumable. I don't know why I want to do 3 entire missions in order just to get this audio decoy. I get job level currency for this, but the final reward is just so unimpressive. Like, I don't know. That's not the reason to do it. The reason to do it is to get this stuff along the way. These currencies that I can spend on buying things, on upgrading things. That's what it's for. But it's just weird that they've got this final reward here, which is just a thing. Like, it's just a really common item.
Come back anytime.
But anyway, I've leveled these guys up. Have I leveled up to the point where I've unlocked any new stuff? I don't think so. Infection level 7 is my next unlock. I don't think any outside of the weapons list. Oh, here we go. Oh, so it's also unlocking the ability for me to buy this thing from them. Okay, that actually makes more sense. They're offering me a fairly common item, but it's a common item that I've picked up in the field. I actually can't buy that item anywhere except for here, and it unlocks for the first time when I do it there. That makes more sense to me. Okay, cool. Everything else here, though, is common, so I'll just get out of here. So, yeah, okay, so that actually makes sense. So the reason the missions are special isn't because they give you that common item, like one copy of it. It's because they unlock that item in the store. And then I can buy as many of that item as I want. That feels more appropriate. Well, I'm glad we figured that out together. And actually, this is one of the reasons that I'm really glad that I do these streams, is because it makes me ask those questions, not just to myself, but out loud, and then I feel like I have to figure out the answer. So I actually end up understanding the games I'm playing much better because I feel like I need to sort of like talk it through with you all. Okay, so let's make we could make the RM generator go faster. We could also make the K-Marks generator go faster. Let's make the RM generator go faster. And I think that's it. I think we've accomplished what we wanted to accomplish here. This particular session hasn't been as long as the others, so maybe that's fine to have a shorter thing. I guess the next time I go out, the thing that'll be interesting about it is I'll be learning how to use a bolt-action rifle, which it does definitely a lot more damage per shot. Well, not compared to a shotgun, but at range, it does a lot more damage per shot. If I had had this weapon, I probably would have done a lot better against that guy, because I had him basically dead to rights when he was far away from me. Like, I could, if I had had this and I could have more reliably shot him than he could shoot me, that would have been wonderful. And actually, oh, one other thing I should show you while I'm here, you can modify your weapons. So, for instance, this bolt-action rifle, I can install a new stock on it that improves, how fast I can get it out, or how fast I can aim it. I can get penetration increased so I can overcome people who have bought better armor than I have, reduce reload times, that sort of thing. So I don't know which of these I would need, and I don't have any optics, and optics are the thing that I probably care about the most with a bolt-action rifle. So, but that's interesting. So yeah, so there's a lot more to this game to discover, more in this game for you to discover than I've been able to show you. But at least we did have the experience of getting murdered, and that's the main thing I wanted to do. So yeah, I think I am getting a little bit tired right now, so maybe it's time for us to wrap this stuff up. But Oh, wait. Goonbuggy is asking me to go back to my room to find out what's on the telly. Okay, let's do that real quick just because Goonbuggy requested it. Ranithcord said that was less murder and more self-defense. Okay, I did maybe fire first. But I fired first under circumstances where it seemed really clear that he probably would have fired at me if I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I can't prove that he would have fired at me first. I can't prove it. The only evidence I have is that literally every other encounter I've had with another person who saw me involved them firing at me immediately. And so it's true. I may have misjudged that person. I might have started a fight that would not have happened if I had just... Actually, if I had kept my distance, I probably could have kept them from seeing me at all and avoided the fight entirely, which is normally what I would have done. I encountered them on purpose because we were doing the stream and I wanted to see a human-on-human fight. But you're right. I can't prove that they would have done it. But that's the thing. Like, it's kind of like the prisoner's dilemma or something, where it's like, because deciding to trust him would have been a better outcome for everyone. Like, you know, I mean, I don't know. I guess he did get to loot some stuff with my body, but I didn't have much valuable stuff. So no, like, we both would have had a better experience if I had decided to trust him and he had decided to trust me and we had not attacked each other. That would have been the best. But because the consequences of being the only one, of being the person who decides not to fire and then gets ganked by the other person, like, those consequences... I just realized, sorry, I was sitting here without letting Goonbuggy see the screen. Because the consequences of failing to be the first one to attack are so high. I feel like I'm not willing to take the risk of trusting somebody. I have to betray them. Because if I don't betray them and they betray me, then I'm just screwed. I didn't even have a fighting chance. So yeah, it's really tough. Goonbuggy says, well, he did say don't shoot. He said don't shoot after I shot. And the thing is, if somebody wanted to kill me, don't shoot is what they would say. So it's still a little bit of a it's just a nightmare scenario. But that's how the game is set up. Now, if there was some benefit you could get from cooperating, from like an explicit benefit you get from cooperating with another player, or if there was some negative consequence to killing another player that you would then have to contend with, where there's some kind of other incentive pulling back from the brink of conflict, like if, you know, killing multiple characters in a row or something like that put a mark on you where it made you really easy for other players to find you, and you became a target. That would at least pull back a little bit. Or if there were factions who wouldn't work with you or would charge you more currency if you were a murderer, for instance, I could see that being a scenario where players would avoid starting fights because they would have a consequence. And then you would still have players who started fights, but not every player would, and there would be a reason to tentatively trust someone. Or let them fire first, because then if they fire first, they get credit. They get the negative credit for the conflict instead of you getting it, or something. Like, if I were designing a game like this, I would probably want to implement some kind of system like that to pull people a little bit back from the brink, so that people who genuinely just don't want to get into fights with other people, who like the risk of getting attacked but don't want to always have to attack every time, giving them some incentive like that, some excuse, some reason to like feed into the game theory in their brain to make them feel like they didn't have to fire first all the time, and it actually might be a bad idea to fire first all the time. That would really help a lot, and it would make me, like, you know, when I see another human, not necessarily assume I have to kill them before they kill me. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Coalition says, because some other guys attack you, you attack other players, so you are continuing the cycle of hate. Exactly, no. As far as that guy was concerned, I might just be a person who, every time I see a person, like, I want to get into conflicts with them, regardless of the incentives of the game. Like it could be that I'm that kind of, as far as he knows, I am that kind of person. I consider myself not to be that kind of person naturally, where if there were incentives pulling the other way, and it wasn't just like, if I didn't just feel like I was setting myself up for failure by avoiding shooting a person I encountered, then you know, I think of myself as being a person who would jump onto the version of this game that had incentives for being good. But because there are no incentives for being good, and every incentive and every reward is built around being bad, I feel like I have to participate in the cycle of hate. Except, so here's what I actually do. So if I had been playing not on a stream where I said specifically I want to get killed by somebody so you can see what that's like. If I had not set that up, I would have heard those gunshots and went the other way. I would have gone around in a circle and just avoided the person entirely. And that is what I do almost all of the time. I only like engage with the person if I feel like it's inevitable that we're going to get into conflict with each other. Or if I, see them and they're coming at me and they're within range and they can see me and they're about to start shooting, I will start shooting. But in general, I try to avoid these conflicts altogether. Because I don't want them. And so that is actually my natural behavior. And I think that's the evidence that I'm not actually part of the cycle of hate. I'm someone who gets dragged into it by circumstances. But if the game worked differently, I would be one of the ones jumping on board with the conflict-free approach, because that is what I do. I use what limited tools I have to be that kind of player. Yeah. So there we go. Goonbuggy, you've seen what's on TV. I hope you've enjoyed this. I don't know whose job it was to come up with this cycling video. I hope they enjoyed themselves, because there's a lot to this. There's a lot of stuff going on here on this screen. And, it says Season 2. Oh, we're watching a trailer for... This is a trailer for the game. That's what this is. So they made this to be a trailer for the game, and then they put it... Because I was going to say, why make an entire video just for this? Just to be here in your quarters. But no, I'm pretty sure this exists to be a trailer. Maybe it does. And now I'm fascinated, Goonbuggy. Now I'm fascinated. Yeah, because Goonbuggy says this reminds them of Max Payne videos, or like the videos in like the puppet shows in Control, and stuff like that. So yeah, like there are definitely companies that do that. I would be surprised if a company like this did that, just because the whole purpose of this game isn't to create this like cinematic experience. Like Alan Wake and Max Payne and Control, like the Remedy games are all about cinematic experience. And so putting weird cinematic things in the game makes sense when that's the entire goal of the game. This is a loot shooter. So like I would be surprised if they made something like that just to be cinematic. Radithcore brings up Captain Baseball Bat Boy. Exactly. From Max Payne. That thing's awesome. MacBird says this is Jaeger Games, right? I think it is. I'm not sure. I actually don't know. I don't know the company that well. I don't know who they are or what they've done before. So yeah. So I don't know. I can't characterize them the way I can Remedy, because I've played like nearly all of Remedy's games. So I know what they make. I don't know what Jaeger Games makes. So I couldn't tell you. Goonbuggy asks, do I play RTSs? I like them in theory. I like imagining what it would be like to play an RTS well. I don't play them well. And so... I have trouble enjoying them in the end, but I keep trying them because I keep thinking I'm going to enjoy them. Company of Heroes is like my weird holy grail, where it's like I keep thinking, no, I've got to like this game. This game is so cool, Company of Heroes. It's just got to be a thing that I'll love. And I keep getting into it to a certain degree, and then I hit the point where I'm like, I cannot manage this game. I can't play it well. I will fail and fail and fail and fail. I don't know why. I just suck at this. And I end up giving up. But I still keep buying the new one. Like I bought, number 1. I bought number 2. I'm really excited for number 3, which they just, I think, shared information about. I bought it on my iPad. I haven't tried it on my iPad, but I just bought it on my iPad because I keep thinking I'm gonna like it. And I think the thing is, I do like it. I like the game, but I just suck at it so much. So there we go. Anyway, let's wrap up this video. That was the Cycle Frontier. I'm not sure I'm going to do another stream of this, just because I think we've kind of covered the bases. If I keep playing it long term, though, I'm probably going to come back and give you an update. So if I do that, that'll go there. I can't guarantee there'll be something there, though.